Yeah, so I'm shortly going to upgrade my computer to 4 GB of RAM, and I'd like to do a compare contrast for YouTube by encoding a movie to QuickTime, and I'll show you the settings that I've got for that. Same settings in 2 GB of RAM and in 4 GB of RAM. See which is and see whether it's a lot smoother in 4 GB of RAM. So the settings that I have are as follows: share. You bitch. That's because now we'll be in iMovie. There we go. Share. Export using QuickTime. The most recent settings, I'll put the options up already. So the video settings are compression H.264. I don't know what any of this means. Quality medium, I can understand that. Frame reordering, yes. Dimensions 1280 by 720. The sound settings, little endian, whatever that means. 44.1 16-bit and stereo, okay, with the fast start on. So that's the settings that I'm going to have for both. Okay. And here we go then. This is the 2 GB version. Hitting save, it's going to go to my desktop. Exporting the project. I won't keep this on for 11 or 12 minutes or whatever. Because that would just be too boring and a half. And I've never known a video of mine to be anything but highly riveting. Anyway, it's 2017 at the moment. We'll see what time it is when it finishes. Right, it's now saying about 1 minute left. I noted the time at 8:17 PM. Possibly it was a moment or two before that it started, but it doesn't matter. It's going to take, I suppose, 11-12 minutes to do. Apple seems to have strange minutes that seem to last a lot longer than anybody else's minutes. I've almost got time to put the kettle on, haven't I? Okay, so it's now 8:30 exactly by my Apple clock. So that's taken 13-14 minutes perhaps. Okay, let's see if 4 GB can beat that, but I'll have to film this next bit on perhaps Saturday or Sunday when the RAM has arrived and installed. And I am actually dreading installing this RAM myself because although Apple say it's easy and everything, I have very ham fists and I am worried about it. But anyway, see you then. Why is that all bright red? Alright, okay, fine. Okay, so now this is Friday the 29th of October. It's exactly 5 o'clock. For the last 3/4 of an hour maybe, I've had 4 GB of RAM in this machine, as you can see about this Mac. Okay, everything feels much more responsive than before, and the upgrade wasn't all that difficult to do. Even Mac upgrades I've managed to cock up in the past, so this one, thank goodness, I didn't manage to do this time. Okay, so anyway, I've got the same Two Solitudes thing here, which I'm going to now do an export from QuickTime's own iMovie's own format to QuickTimes. So let's go to iMovie, hit share. We're going to export using QuickTime. Okay, we've now renamed the file. The options though are the same as before. H.264, medium quality, reordering of frames, yes. 1280 by 720, little endian, 44.1, 16-bit stereo, and fast start on. So we say OK to that, and we're going to now add this to the desktop. So away we go. It's 17:01 now. So let's see what the time is when it finishes. It just has to faff-arse around for a few minutes while it works out exactly how long it's going to say. So it's saying less than a minute now. And in a second I'll show you my favourite trick. Okay. That's 15 minutes. So in a way, it's probably a smidge longer. Could be any number of reasons for that though. And I didn't actually check which processes were running when I was doing the 2GB one as opposed to when I was doing the 4GB one, but there we go. Okay, so that's that done. It will be now on my desktop here. Okay, 2 Solitudes, 4GB of RAM, .mov. There it is. So now that will go up here. Okay, and I can sugar. So now that can go up there, and I can nicely add it to an event very, very quickly. And that is much smoother than it is on 2GB of RAM.